Hello, this is Heather with Pearly Shell Fiber Arts in Milwaukee, Washington, and I want to do a video on spinning for softness today. I have some alpaca angora merino roving here, and I'm going to show you a couple techniques to get a soft, lofty yarn. Now, for this I'm using my Majacraft Rose. You can use any wheel, but in my experience, a wheel set up in Scotch tension is going to give you a softer, loftier yarn than a wheel set up in double drive, just because of the amount of air and the speed that you can go at. Now, you can see on this wheel, I have it set on a slower whirl. This is the second to slowest, so it's set slow. And then I also have my Scotch tension fairly loose here. You guys can see that or not? Not really. So I don't want to have a lot of drag into my wheel. What we're going to focus on is we're going to focus on my hands. Now, when you are a lace spinner, your automatic default is going to be to add your yarn and spin really fine, really tight like this. And you're probably treadling away here. And I know you're treadling away because no matter what, you cannot get your feet to go as slow as your hands go. That's just kind of the name of the game. So now I want to spin this, instead of like this, I want to spin it to a lofty yarn. A couple things I'm going to do. One, I'm going to take my fiber out of how it's made, and I'm going to spin it from either the fold or from the cloud. I'm going to slow my treadling down. So I'm going to count my treadling for you guys, and this is how slow I'm going. Okay, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And as I spin from the fold, 2, 3, I'm going to let the air get trapped in to my fibers instead of getting it all out. Now I can spin this fine and do this, like this way. Or I can spin it chunky and do a thick thin. Or I can spin it as a whole other host of ways. What matters is my air being trapped and the fact that I'm keeping my foot at a 1, 2, 3, not going so fast. So, what are the advantages to doing this? Well, let's look at this yarn. So, when I get this yarn done to this point, and I pull it out, you can see the twist level, okay? This yarn has a ply like this. And you can see that even with that ply, it's a lofty yarn. It's a really lofty, soft yarn. Now, if I go back to spinning my lace weight, and the Majacraft is the easiest wheel to demo this on because it does both so fast without being picky. Okay, so here's some lace weight, or some regularly spun yarn. And you can see how much tighter that ply is, and also that there's not the loft. If I could pull out the other section here. See if I can show them side by side before this video ends. Here we go. So here is spinning from the fold and for loft. And you get really fast at this method too, by the way. And here is spinning just in a regular way. We all tend to overspin our yarns. We don't need to put a lot of twists into them. So don't be scared to go ahead and stop and let your yarn build its twist up. You don't need yarn that's industrial strength yarn. Any of the yarns in the shop are not industrial strength. They're actually quite soft. Really experiment with that and challenge yourself to not over twist your yarn. Let that twist live and be soft, and let your yarn have some life left to it. All right. Thank you. This is Heather with Pearly Shell Fiber Arts, and I'll see you later.